Hi, in this video what we're going to cover is launch strategies. So these are basically the tools in our toolkit that we can use to accelerate our sales and our product when it's first launching on Amazon. And you can use this later to help rank existing products or to help increase the rank of a product, further down the line as well. But we're going to talk about it from the point of view of a new seller launching a new product on Amazon, because remember from the video on sales velocity, we want to get our sales momentum, our sales up to the level of the products in the top 10 for 15 to 30 days. We want to keep at that level, and then what will happen is our launch strategies will be replaced by organic sales. So that'll be people finding our product on Amazon, buying it and paying full price, and we're basically propping up the sales for a period of time until it's seen more frequently by real customers, and then those customers come in and buy the product. Not to say that we're not using real customers using these strategies, but these launch strategies are where you're spending a bit more money to help drive some momentum to the product to get it off the ground and moving. Imagine like you're pushing a car, for example. You've got to get some real force behind it at the beginning just to get those wheels moving, and then once it's rolling, you're kind of jogging along and pushing the car. That's the same with what we're doing here. We're going from a standing still position. Your product's heavy, it's on the ground, and we want to lift it up and get this rolling and the ball going down the hill, and that's what these strategies are for. And then later you can use it to speed up the spinning of your ball so that your product's selling even more. Okay, so what are the strategies? First of all, PPC, Amazon ads, and we're going to have a separate section in this course just on how to set up ads, but there's a specific strategy for launching a product, and we're going to cover that in a separate video here, PPC launch strategies. And it's to help you get ranked for your keyword, because at the beginning, when you first create your listing, it's like you're an unknown. Nobody knows about you. Even Amazon algorithm doesn't know about you. It's like when you first move to a new town or you first go to a new place that you've never been before. You don't know the streets. You don't know the way. It's the same. Amazon doesn't know the way to your listing. It doesn't have the keywords to find your listing. But as you go to this place more frequently, let's say you just started a new job, and the area around your workplace you don't know at all, or you moved house, you don't know the area around you where you moved house, or you're on a trip and it's the first day of your trip, you're really unfamiliar with the area. That's exactly the same situation Amazon algorithms in at the beginning. It's a machine but has no clue how to reach your listing. And so what happens with the keywords and this process, as you go through this launch process, and specifically using the pay-per-click campaign, it's like it builds up a mental map of where your product is. It's the same as you getting familiar with the streets around your house. You know where your favorite restaurants are, you know where your favorite shops are, the best way to get around the area, where everything is, you're familiar, the buildings, etc. It's the same for Amazon. Amazon will know what keywords really relate to your product. So when someone's searching for your product main keywords, it's going to go, this product's over there, and it will know where you are and include you in the rankings. To establish that bond can take a couple of weeks minimum before Amazon starts to glue certain keywords to your listing and pair the two together. That happens over time. So we turn on the pay-per-click ads, and we do very specific keyword strategies there, and it's not going to result in sales on day one. It might, if you're lucky, right? It might. You might get sales day one and reviews day one. But the whole launch strategy, we have to expect, can take 2 to 4 weeks before we start to see some sales momentum organically. That's just the reality of the situation. Some markets are much faster. Others may take a little bit longer time if it's very competitive. But if in your head you say, okay, I need to leave all of these strategies on for 2 to 4 weeks so I can see some momentum, then you'll be in the right mindset for what we're doing. And remember the sales velocity. We talked about Amazon looks at 1-day sales, 7-day sales, 1-month sales, and 1-year sales when calculating rankings of products, right? So we have to expect that we need to be doing these strategies for at least 2 to 4 weeks, ideally more than a month, to really get that stickiness in the Amazon system. So, strategy 1 in our tool belt is Amazon ads. Why? Because if we spend for keywords on Amazon ads, Amazon also ranks us for the organic keywords. And that means organic is where a customer just goes along to Amazon and types in, like table mat. Okay, so I've searched for that. I've gone along. Oh, I like this one. I'm going to buy that one. Okay, that's an organic search. As a customer just searching for the keyword like that. Whereas an advertised search is these. These are sponsored. They're not organic results, and so they're not organic purchases. They've been promoted to the top specifically for the use of pay-per-click. But if I click now this product and buy it for this keyword table mat, what's going to happen is Amazon builds an association between that keyword and this product. And the more that happens, then this product's going to start to move up the rankings on the organic side too. So where is it on the organic? Where can we find it? It might not even be page 1 or page 2. But what will happen is if people continue to buy that product for that keyword, it will move up the rankings through these pages and show on page 1 for that keyword too. Because the sales velocity, the conversion, etc. for this keyword increase for this product. So that's what we mean by driving up the organic sales. It's going to help it rank here too. So ad products, maybe you only break even on your ads. It doesn't matter. It still has a positive effect on your sales. So many people don't even try to make any profit from their Amazon advertising. They just want to break even on them. If I spend $5 on ads, I want $5 profit back. So in the end, I have 0. That's fine because it's going to help the rankings here. Okay, so, excuse me, we'll go back to this. Pay-per-click, Amazon ads, one tool in our belt, and we're going to do a separate video on that to explain the strategies when we're launching. And you have to do this. You have to set it up. Some people say you should wait until you have reviews before doing pay-per-click. I disagree. I think you should have pay-per-click with a lower budget until you get reviews. When you get your first reviews, then you can increase that budget again, and we'll talk about that strategy in the pay-per-click video. But at a minimum, you should have $10 a day on an automatic campaign set up from your product from the second you're ready to launch, because that's going to help you drive momentum, drive visits, drive conversions, drive reviews. The next thing that we need in our launch strategy, and we talked about the break-even price. So we need to lower our price for this time. Maybe we're planning to sell our product for $20 a unit. Our costs, when we count in the FBA fees, the shipping, the freight, the duties, the taxes, the packaging, the labels, everything is $8. We plan to sell for $20, but instead of selling at $20 for a limited time, we're going to start somewhere like $12. Ideally, if you've done your research right before you bought the product, you know that you could buy the whole thing less than what you could sell it for, right? That's the whole point. You want to make a profit. So ideally, you've checked the profitability of the product before ever buying it. And so there's enough room to be a bit lower than your expected price and still not lose money. So ideally, you want to be above the break-even price. If you're not sure what that is, go watch the video on it. And basically, if our break-even's $8, we might try to sell for $10. If everyone else in the market is at $15 to $20, we might aim at $10. Why? More people are more likely, not always, sometimes the opposites are true, but people are more likely to buy the lower priced product when it doesn't have much reviews, and that will help your conversions and help your sales. I have found that having a higher priced product has increased conversions and increased sales too. So it's not set in stone, but generally being a bit lower than your competitors helps in this process. Okay, the next strategy we're going to use is called the influencer strategy. Facebook groups, YouTube influencers, Instagram influencers, we can reach out to them and offer them a free sample of our product in return for them reviewing us on their platform to their followers. We might even have to pay the influencer. We want to keep this to less than $50 for someone with up to 100,000 followers. Why? Because if I'm doing a hiking product and an influencer is willing to review my product on Instagram to 80,000 hiking fans and they post about it, that might drive over 50 to 100 sales. We don't know, right? We don't know exactly how many it will drive. That's why we need to carefully select the influencers. But if we can do that with 10 people who have 80,000 followers, we get in front of 800,000 potential customers. Again, we do not want to do this straight up away in the first day of the launch. I will show you in the launch roadmap when we do this, and I'll explain exactly when we do this. But we will be doing this in the first month to get some more momentum behind our product. The next strategy and toolkit in our toolkit is the Amazon giveaway. So on the Amazon platform itself, Amazon allow you to sell the product at a discount to certain people. And basically, this can also help you to get the product sales rolling. You might have to do a 20 to 40% discount on the item, but these giveaways are a great way to get additional sales early on and help your momentum. Remember, everything we're doing is to build traffic to our listing, to build sales momentum. Okay, next is using Facebook and Instagram adverts to help to launch our product. And this may be a little bit advanced for some people. It's not easy to do everything at once. So what we're gonna do is we're absolutely gonna do PPC Amazon ads, the lower the price, we're gonna use influencers, and we're gonna do Amazon giveaways. These additional things that I'm covering now are extra things you can do. If 2 weeks in, you find you're not getting the results that you want, then you can look at these additional things, right? This should give you the results that you want. If you haven't made it, then we can look at these more complicated solutions to help boost those sales, to help get our product over the line to selling organically. Okay, so Facebook adverts, Instagram adverts, building people up to come and then buy your product as well, but that's going to cost money. And the final thing you can do is having your own audience. And usually this takes time to build up. Say having a Facebook group about hiking, if I'm selling hiking products, or having an Instagram following, but that does take time to build up. So if you knew what audience you're going after during the sourcing stage, you could have spent some time to start to build a social media following for the general niche that you're going to be in. And then that way, when it comes to launch your product, you might have 300 members in your group, but you can pitch them on buying your product at a discount early on in your launch sequence, and there you've got 300 new customers that you can add. So basically, if you've set this up, if you've taken the time to build a social following or profile, great. If not, then do so before your next product launch. But this is something that takes a lot of time, and when you're sourcing and doing many things at once, it's hard to do this. And you kind of need to know exactly what your product's going to be before you can start. So once you've ordered the product, you may only have a month to try to build an audience, which isn't very easy to do initially. Okay, so these are our tools, and we're going to talk about the rollout of our tools in the subsequent videos, and we're going to go into more depth on this so you know what you should do when and which tools you should use when as well.